You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Friday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby.
I'm pretty excited. Tomorrow, my buddy Dalton's getting married.
Oh.
And I'm officiating his wedding tomorrow.
Really? Your license is still good for that, eh?
No. My license did expire, so him and his missus is from like Vietnam, so they had actually like tied the knot at the end of last year.
Oh, they got the legal stuff out of the way.
They did like a courthouse thing.
Okay.
So he was like to me, he's like, "You're the only person I know that's good at speaking.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay anyone."
You're a budget item.
It's like every other wedding I go to, I have to MC, but this one, I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, "What do you want me to say?" He's like, "Dude, just write up a script. You've known me for like 20 years, whatever. You've known like my missus for 5 years, whatever." So I asked him, I was like, "Is it okay if I dress up as a priest?"
What does that entail? Robes and the whole thing?
No, I just went on Amazon and I got like a black shirt with the priest collar.
Like a t-shirt?
Yeah, like a short sleeve button up kind of thing. Because I figured it'd be funny to have the tattoos showing. I got fake glasses that I'm going to wear and
Amazing.
everything. Yeah.
That's so good. And I mean, you know what? It does make sense. Like, take the legal stuff out of the way. And it just means that the whole day, and not just the reception, just becomes a party. You know, it becomes about spending good time with the people you love. You don't have to stress about it because really, all the important stuff is already done.
Well, and I'm just excited because I told him, I'm like, I'm wearing that priest collar all night.
He'd be taking confessional by the end of the evening.
And like her family's flying in from Vietnam, and he's like, I'm gonna tell them that like you're a real priest.
You're the real deal.
Yeah,
they don't know any better.
I was like, maybe you should say I'm a minister because I am gonna have Courtney there. Like, you know, so they might be a little bit confused if they see me and Courtney like holding hands or something.
Necking away at the back of the reception. It's like, I thought they had to do a vow of celibacy.
I'm gonna go around, start blessing people, asking if they want confession or anything.
I'm just picturing you with like a plastic cup, like red Solo cup full of Busch Light, just like sprinkling it at people.
I feel like I should exclusively only drink wine tomorrow.
That would make sense. Although the hangover on Sunday is gonna suck.
Or like take a bottle from the bar and ask anybody if they want some like communion throughout the night.
Dude, go buy one of those big bottles of like Smart Water, dump the water out, pour the wine in that, and just walk around with a miracle in your hand.
Yeah, I'll keep like a bottle of like Perrier in my back pocket. I'll have wine exclusively all night long, and then like hopefully they got little bread around and I can just hand that out to people.
The body of Brock compels you.
Yeah, I'm stoked, dude. It's gonna be sick.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Are you aware that there is a world championship for window cleaning?
No, but I love that there is.
Not only is there a world champion for window cleaning, but there is a man, a legend, who hasn't even won the world championship in years, but holds the world record for speed cleaning. They call the Usain Bolt of window washing.
Really?
Yeah, man. His name is Turbo Terry Burrows.
Yes, I love it. Turbo Terry.
Just an old British dude. He's in his mid-60s, but still, you put a sponge and a squeegee in this man's hands, he's Mr. Miyagi up there. He's swiping back and forth. It's crazy. He routinely finishes top 5 every year at these world championships. So basically what it is, they take 45-inch by 45-inch windows, 3 of them, side by side. 3, 2, 1, go. They have to wash and squeegee all 3 windows, then run it back across to clear the sill of any runoff.
Yeah.
Start the clock when you say go. Stop the clock when you clear the sill. Routinely, the winning time is somewhere between like 14 and 16 seconds.
Dude, there's been times like I've been at a fast food restaurant and I see these window cleaners.
Yeah, man.
It's damn well. Like, sometimes I'm like cleaning my windows and I'm like, how do they do this?
Right. I will sit and I will put a full 5 minutes into a single window on the exterior of my home and it still looks like someone spit on it.
So the people that are judging it, are they judging like based on streaks and stuff like that?
Yeah. So you have your base time of like how long it took from start to finish, but
how good does it look?
0.5 second penalties, even up to full second penalties if the streaks are over a certain thickness, if there's spots, if you missed a spot, all of that plays in to getting penalties over and above your base time.
I would watch the hell out of that. Dude, that would be so satisfying to watch.
That's just it. It's like you're watching and like they smudge up the windows. They make sure that every window is equally dirty.
They let a bunch of kids go in there and put handprints on
before every competitor. And then you just watch. And they're filming from the other side. So you're just watching this magic happen in front of you.
Unreal.
Of like fully clean windows and just bam, 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 done. I could watch this on television. Never mind like stumbling across a video on the internet. I would subscribe to a channel that just showed me this every day.
An underappreciated job. Like I said, the amount of times I've been at fast food places and been so impressed. Or I mean, you even talk about like watching videos. I know I'm not the only one that does this. Do you ever watch like videos of people like pressure washing or power washing decks and siding and stuff like that?
Dude, just like those guys who will like, they'll find a super dirty driveway or something and just be like, hey, if you let me film it, I'll power wash your driveway for free.
There's something about watching people clean, even like carpet cleaning videos.
Oh my God. I have spent so much time in my life just to watch. And it's so funny because like they wouldn't post the video if it wasn't a success, but you're still like, oh, that one's way too dirty.
Yeah.
He's never going to get that clean.
It is funny to watch someone do something that you won't do at your own house, and you're like, oh, this is so satisfying.
You couldn't pay me to clean my own carpets, but I would pay to watch someone else do it.
I'll watch someone do the carpets, I'll watch someone do the windows, I'll watch someone pressure wash a deck, and then I'll walk around my own house and be like, damn.
This place is a dump. Maybe that's what it is. It's the fantasy of like, oh man, I wish someone would come and do that to my driveway.
Yeah, dude. I want to be Turbo Terry when I grow up.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
We asked what is the most satisfying job to watch someone do, and we probably should have expected a lot of the answers we had coming in here. A lot of people going with exotic dancers or anything adult entertainment related.
Film stars of a certain genre. Although a lot of car ones too. People talking about like window tinting, which is a sick one.
Yeah, someone said there's like a vehicle tinting competition.
I've seen it, and you want to talk about like the effort, the detail that they put in. They'll sit there and spray and rewash and dry the window like 40 times before they put the tint on.
Or even we were talking about watching videos online, a few people talking about watching like car detailing videos.
Yeah, where they take like a dirty old soccer mom van that's been smoked in and turn it brand new.
Or even epoxy pouring is a big one on the text line too.
Oh, some of those tables like our buddy Rob down at Stone City does.
Or the epoxy floors.
Yeah.
When you can watch guys do that, there's something about that, man.
Honestly, wild work.
We've got a friend of the show, Sean, on the phone. Sean, what would you say is the most satisfying job to watch someone do?
Oh, just watch people cutting lawns and farmers cutting their grass in fields and stuff, eh?
Oh, dude, watching like either a farmer or just a lawn care guy make perfect lines and cuts. Oh, God.
Yeah, it's pretty good, eh?
And then the farm ones are cool, too, because you get that mix of like, sometimes it's just fun to watch these big, giant machines go out there and swath their way through. But every now and again, you'll find like an old school farmer out there with like a scythe cutting crops. Yeah. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is funny, the lawn care videos. I always watch dudes like edge the side of the lawn.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm like being edged myself when I watch it, dude.
Yeah, that's 100%. I come from a small town in Ireland, so everyone's a farmer there, eh?
You know what? Even as an Irishman, I think you'd agree with me on this. I'm not the biggest Guinness fan, but when I watch a bartender pour the perfect pint of Guinness...
Okay, stop there. You're crazy. You're crazy.
That's satisfying as hell.
Yeah, that's my go-to Guinness. But over here, Guinness is trash.
It's not the same.
Absolutely trash. Yeah,
There's nothing satisfying for you here.
I can't drink it over here. Yeah, I don't like it here, so I don't.
Okay, but
I'm more of a Bush drinker here, eh?
Have you tried a Bush apple though? Like, come on.
Yeah, I haven't tried a Bush apple. No, I've heard about it, but yeah. Let's not get into that.
Recommending a Bush apple to a proper Irishman feels like something that could get you slapped.
I don't want to admit that on air. I'm good.
You're telling me you've never split the L on a Bud Light before?
That. Sorry for my language, but no, I'm good.
No, that's the appropriate response.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
We talked earlier this week about the situation that happened during a Spider-Man screening where someone farted so bad that it cleared out the entire theater.
It was such a bad fart that people actually suspected it might be a stink bomb until it was proven to be a fart.
Another crazy situation happened during a screening of Spider-Man Brand New Day where an audience got about 10 minutes into the movie and realized it wasn't Spider-Man.
What was it?
In fact, a movie called I Want Your Sex.
Oh, I've seen the trailer for that. It looks funny.
I haven't heard about this movie. The description is an unmotivated young man who lands a job working for a renowned artist and provocateur, and she takes him as her sexual muse.
Yeah.
And submissive, pulling him into a world of BDSM, power ships, obsession, and murder. So not Spider-Man.
No, definitely not. As someone who saw the new Spider-Man, there are very few similarities between what you just said and what I saw.
The reaction to people realizing what this movie is.
Erica began grooming you the day that you met her.
Put Spider-Man on!
That guy is the hero of the theater. Put Spider-Man on!
That's so good.
That's all anybody wants.
Put Spider-Man on!
So obviously, someone from the theater had to come out, apologize.
Yeah.
They said they're going to give everyone a free ticket.
Oh, good.
And they restarted the movie there. I mean, you got to imagine stuff like this happens a lot at theaters, right?
Oh, I mean, listen, two pieces of reel get crossed up, or a lot of it's like digital and stuff now. It's easy to make a mistake. They come out, they own it. That's all you can
Probably
do.
happened a lot back in the Blockbuster days too, right? Like switching up the wrong VHS. I mean, how many people had VHS tapes that they recorded something over
man.
like their wedding video or whatever, right?
Dude, I worked at a Rogers Video for a bit at like the beginning of my radio career to make money. And the number of people that would come back in with DVDs that had the wrong DVD.
Yeah.
The number of people who would come back with adult DVDs that had the wrong DVD. Those are the ones I felt bad for. I'm sorry, man. I know you were trying to do a thing. You did not mean to rent Marley and Me.
I recommend if you're watching a movie with someone this weekend and you're not digging the movie, just yell.
Put Spider-Man on!
Anytime Courtney wants to watch some stupid show, I'm going to be like, what is this?
Put Spider-Man on!
Put Spider-Man on!
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Did you hear about the woman in Italy that threw away €1 million winning ticket?
Oh, no.
Yeah, which is $1.6 million Canadian. She bought the ticket. She buys the ticket every draw, same numbers every time.
Yeah.
She went in to get it checked. She scanned her ticket and it came up saying non-payable.
Damn.
So she goes, all right, bummer. Throws it out, walks out of the store. End of story, right? A family member sees the winning numbers, recognizes them as known as favorite numbers that she plays
she
every
uses them
week.
all the time.
Oh my God, you won the lottery. And she goes, no, the ticket said non-payable. Turns out she missed the fine print that said, you've won too much money. The store can't pay you.
And nobody at the store realized this?
I don't even know if they knew. Like, it might have been one of those like self-scanning kiosks or whatever.
Yeah.
But so she throws it out, and because it's like you can't go to the Circle K and cash in $1 million ticket. You
Sure.
have to call somebody. So she realizes she threw away 1 million euros. She calls the store back. They're like, our garbage has already been taken.
Oh, my God.
This is where it gets crazy. She calls the sanitation company that has the contract for that store, for that neighborhood.
Yeah.
They actually figure out through like scheduling and paper trails and stuff which truck the ticket should be on.
Did they find it?
She agrees to pay a search fee. They go in 2 days of searching through all the garbage in this truck. They found the ticket and gave it back to her.
Talk about lucky, man.
That's crazy. Winning €1 million on a lotto, already lucky. But to have not only the trash company find a needle in a haystack, your ticket in a garbage truck, but also admit to finding it and giving it back to you.
That's true. I mean, like, a round of applause to the fellas or ladies that were like searching through all the trash there, because they easily could have just pocketed that thing.
Oh man, crazy. We didn't find it. Tuck it away in the pocket. Now, I want you to guess, because what an amazing feeling it must have been to go back to this lady and be like, we found your winning lottery ticket.
Yeah.
She's going to be a millionaire. How much do you think that she gave them as like a tip for finding this ticket?
$1 million. I mean,
what would you do? What would you give out of $1 million?
I feel feel like I'm going to sound 10 grand.
I think that's actually pretty
that good?
reasonable.
Yeah.
Because she's already paying their salary for the search. This would be on top of it. She gave them nothing.
Really?
Nothing. As far as 4 different news outlets I found covering this story, none of them mention she let them touch the ticket for good luck. They went and bought their
Let
own.
them touch the ticket for good luck.
They went and bought their own scratch tickets and won $50.
Oh
my
God.
That's their bonus is $50 in a lotto ticket they bought themselves.
Curse what's that? The wrestler you like?
Danhausen.
Yeah, he should curse this lady. She just had a horseshoe up her butt.
Twice.
Yeah.
She won the lottery and then recovered the lost ticket. That's double luck. And she was just like, cool, thanks. And walked out. Went to go cash it. Went to go call the lotto company.
Those people could have been such slime balls and been like, yeah, no, I don't know what happened. We didn't find it.
Boys, we're millionaires. We got the winning ticket.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that.
She's not even at least gonna give him like a staff pizza party or something.
The literal least you
Come
can
on,
do.
man.
Send in a couple of hot pies to say thank you.
You know, you hear stories of people winning the lottery and going broke within a year. I hope that happens to this lady. I pray on her downfall right now.
First lotto winner that would have it coming.
Yeah.
This is the Brock and Delby podcast.
We got a message on the bad line with, I think you'd agree with me, an interesting music take.
Yeah, it's not one I've heard before, that's for sure.
I just wanted to come on here and say that Tragically Hip is the most underrated band. Because a lot of people don't like them. But I think they're real good.
Now, I will say, I have heard, you know, the Tragically Hip is probably one of the greatest Canadian bands of all time.
That's a take you hear a lot.
There are some people that think they're overrated.
That is another take you hear a lot because of just how prevalent they are in Canadian music.
I think I speak for both of us when I say I do not agree with the overrated opinion.
Absolutely not.
But I've never heard anybody say the Tragically Hip is an underrated band before.
Right, because to me, and I don't know about you, but to me, to call a band underrated, I feel like means that they don't get the respect that's due.
Yeah.
They're on stamps. There are murals in multiple cities across Canada of Gord Downie and the Tragically Hip. They are played on every rock radio station and even some non-rock radio stations in the entire country.
And I think rightfully so in that regard. The only perspective I could say of saying that a band like the Hip is underrated is maybe just like from a Canadian content perspective. If you're taking the angle of like, I think the Hip is an underrated band because they didn't have more success outside of our great country.
Okay, you're thinking more broad, more international.
But then like every Canadian band that like we play on the radio, you could say that for the Trues, you could say that for the Sloans, the Headstones, the Big Sugars, you could say that for all of those bands that they're underrated because they didn't have success outside of the country. But then all of those bands that I just said, I think a lot of people that listen to our station might say that they're overrated.
Right, yeah. Overrated tends to come into play, and we saw it with Nickelback. Is probably the biggest example of a band that got hit with the overrated tag that maybe it wasn't their fault. It's the exposure. Everybody hears the Hip because they are so strongly Canadiana. Same with Nickelback for a time period, not comparing those two bands, but like that's where overrated can leak into the conversation.
I think if you want to talk about like underrated, specifically Canadian bands, I think you got to start looking more at, and maybe biased just because my dad's from Newfoundland, you got to look at like the Great Big Seas of the world.
Great Big Sea is absolutely an underrated band everywhere west of the Maritimes. Like that, I will say, like, I think in that Eastern culture, I don't think that they're underrated.
Sure.
But I think as you get further, all the way out towards BC, I think that's where it becomes underrated.
And if you want to talk about, in my opinion, what I think is one of the most overrated bands of all time, and I don't think this is a hot take.
Be
Tell
careful.
me if I'm crazy.
Be careful.
I think Oasis is an overrated band.
I'll give you that. Because Oasis is treated like a national treasure. And Oasis, because you have to be fair, Oasis has bangers.
Yeah, they slap.
Oasis has massive songs, but they get treated just because the brothers are so volatile with the fans, with the media, and with each other. I think they get pushed into this like upper echelon that maybe they don't necessarily belong in, because more of the lore having to do with outside of the music than the actual songs.
Yeah, I would 100% consider them overrated, and I think it's the whole nostalgia kick, that the drug that everybody's on right now, there, where it's like, I feel like overrated bands that don't get considered overrated, it's kind of like food that your grandma used to make that you're like, oh my God, I love this so much.
Yeah. So that I will say that my take is well known for the most overrated band of all time. It's the Beatles. The Beatles are held in high regard because they were very famous at a time where not a lot of bands were that famous. And they also made 11,000 songs, 6 of which are good. And then everybody goes, look at how much output they made.
I'll agree with you on the overrated thing, but I think you're crossing a threshold that's a little iffy here.
You're right. 5 good songs. 6 was an overshot.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
I am dubbing today a Hot Take Friday.
Yeah, man.
We started talking about overrated, underrated bands, and our text line is just so spicy this morning with takes.
Steaming hot takes.
So a lot of people are texting in about bands that they think are overrated or underrated. So I've taken a good handful of these bands, and I want to see where we stand on this.
See if we agree or disagree.
I think first one, U2. I think we can all agree overrated.
U2's overrated. Like, I get that U2 hit at a certain time period for some people, but overall, especially now, whatever.
What do you think about Slayer?
I like Slayer as well as I like any of those styles of bands. Like, I think they're good, and I think that they deserve the attention. I don't think I would call them overrated.
Really? See, I actually would say they're honestly, even Metallica you could consider overrated. Like, they're like the forefathers of that time of rock and roll, but they are not the greatest metal bands of all time.
Are they overrated, or are they just mainstream in a genre that doesn't get a lot of mainstream attention?
Say a little bit of both.
Yeah, fair enough.
A little bit of both. Thin Lizzy.
Thin Lizzy's fine, I guess.
Underrated for sure.
I don't know that I would call them underrated. I think they are appropriately rated. They come up from time to time. I've never heard anybody be like, that's my favorite band. I don't think they deserve much more than they currently have.
I think if you've never listened to more than just The Boys Are Back in Town, Thin Lizzy is like kind of like the pioneers of the whole twin guitar thing too.
They've got hits. I'll give you that.
Megadeth?
I mean, that thing is, because you made the argument for like Metallica is what it is, and is Metallica overrated? If Metallica's put at a certain level, there are people who would argue that Megadeth should be alongside them, but they aren't. I think you could make an argument for Megadeth being somewhat underrated.
I would totally agree with that. I think Dave Mustaine doesn't get enough credit for what he's done in his career, but mainly that's because he complained about getting kicked out of Metallica for like 30 years.
They're underrated to an extent, but I get why they are underrated.
Queens of the Stone Age, I would say, is an underrated band.
Yeah, I would say they are underrated. I think they kind of live in the shadow of some of those other bands, but it's also because like Homme does so many other projects that I think it doesn't... That's why they don't get the focus that they maybe deserve.
They could be playing stadiums all the time, and they'll still just play like little small club shows because they're just like a rock and roll band.
It's just kind of what they want to do.
Creed.
Creed, I think, is appropriately rated. I feel like people will try and tell you that Creed is overrated and that it's nostalgia, but I also think that when a Creed song comes on, everyone in the room knows the words.
Here's the thing, though. I'd say they're overrated because everybody knows 2 Creed songs. Everybody right now is acting like, oh, I've been a diehard Creed fan. I've always loved Creed. Really? Name me more than 2 songs, buddy.
Yeah. If you can't go deeper in the catalog than Higher and With Arms Wide Open, you're a bit of a poser.
I'm going to wrap up with this one, and I am going to say ahead of it, I think one of the most underrated bands of all time.
Insane Clown Posse.
Limp Bizkit.
Oh, man. I think Limp Bizkit has gone through a cycle. I think that at a time, Limp Bizkit was underrated. Then Limp Bizkit was overrated. And now I think Limp Bizkit might actually be back on a bit of the underrated side.
Yeah.
They still put on amazing performances. They still captivate audiences. And they still have a banger catalog. And people kind of slept on it.
Yeah, they went through the whole kind of like Nickelback treatment for a very long time.
Yeah.
And I think in the early 2000s, you most definitely could have said Limp Bizkit was overrated.
Oh, I mean, listen, right around the time of, what was it, Cobra Lotus and stuff like that? Like, that was a band that did not deserve the respect it was getting.
But you look at what they're doing, and look at Wes Borland, I think underrated as one of the greatest guitar players of all time.
Even in the height of the overrated Limp Bizkit era, Wes Borland was still underrated.
And if you don't agree, that makes me want to break stuff.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
I don't know if this comes to a surprise to anyone, but Tim Hortons sales remain unchanged in the second quarter of the year right now. The company is trying to figure how to turn things around right now. They claim that their marketing efforts did not perform as well as expected. You're telling me adding grilled cheese to the menu didn't turn people's heads?
Okay, listen. I was with you on making fun of the flatbread pizza. The grilled cheese melt that they make there is actually pretty sick.
I hate to do it to you, man.
Don't you?
If you're going to Tim Hortons to get a grilled cheese,
it's not why I'm going. Obviously, I'm going for the ice cap with all the Oreo double stuff in it that they have right now. But while I'm there, the grilled cheese is pretty good.
You probably enjoyed all the Ryan Reynolds food too, didn't you?
No, that stuff was gross.
They basically, as you can tell, Tim Hortons over the past few years has been trying to like reinvent itself and reinvent the wheel that they didn't need to change.
Yeah.
And I am really interested to see, like, if things haven't changed through the first 2 quarters of this year,
right?
We do know Dunkin' Donuts is coming for 2027.
That's why they're working so hard on it. It's just crazy though that like they're throwing all this marketing at the wall. We'll try this. We'll try this. What about this? What about this? And all the average Tim Horton consumer has been asking for is, hey, what if your coffee was better?
Yeah.
And that's like the one thing that they won't fix. Mm-hmm. Just make we don't even drink coffee. We don't even have a horse in this race. Just make your coffee better. That's all people are asking for.
That's like all you could do is do a focus group of people just being like, coffee?
How about a coffee?
Coffee?
I'd love a double-double.
Maybe a bread bowl. Maybe bring back the peach drink. Just listen to the people, Tim Hortons.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
We got $100 in Lotto Max tickets, and Dalby's a real jerk.
Well, what we're doing here is we're playing a game called How Does It Feel, where we give you a scenario, a situation, and you tell us how it feels to be in that. And today I asked a question because I thought the friends of the show could help you learn something. How does it feel to see your team win a championship?
You're a funny guy.
And my favorite is, now we asked for voice memos. You have to send voice memos to compete, but Lorraine did sum it up in a great text. Said, as a Red Wings fan married to a Leafs fan, which is basically us, says watching your team win feels better than getting married. Something to think about.
It says something about your marriage, maybe. Too, I think.
So let's see some of the voice memos that the friends of the show have sent in today to try and help you understand what it feels like to see your team win a championship.
Well, if you don't know how it feels, then maybe you're like me, and you can let us know, 762-555, who has the best answer here. All right, let's see what Randy has for us.
Okay.
Randy here. I was born in 1956, so between the ages 7 and 11, I got to see the Leafs win 4 Stanley Cups. We were the top of the world. Everybody hated us.
Everybody still hates us, though.
Yeah, that's it.
And we're not even winning.
The championships had nothing to do with it.
I mean, I'm jealous of Randy. He got to live through the glory days.
Well, yeah, I think so. What Randy is saying is that seeing your team winning feels like your grandpa telling you stories you're not sure are true.
Hey, one day Randy will get to watch them win in color, buddy.
You don't know that, and you can't promise that.
Well, hopefully before Randy passes away. Who else we got here? We got Chris.
Watching my team win a championship's like getting laid for the first time. Woo, woo!
Is that an accurate description? Because I almost kind of feel like in high school when you hadn't gotten any action yet, and I'm like, I'm literally asking people, I'm like, what's it like, dude?
Well, yeah, you're walking around,
like, living vicariously through your friends' stories or something.
I think that the biggest difference is when it happens for the first time. When that happens for the first time, you walk around with like a real big head on your shoulders. Whereas when your team wins a championship, at least there's still that knowledge that they won it. You just watched it.
You're not a Leafs fan. I think this might be a bigger moment than my first time.
actually might be accurate.
We got Kylie here.
Watching your team win a championship is like watching your ex go through a second divorce.
Watching your ex go through a second divorce. Why can't I wrap my head around that?
Because you went through the hardship when they weren't winning a championship.
Okay.
Or when you got divorced. But then this person who broke your heart or you had a falling out with, now they're going through a bad time. And you're enjoying that the same way you would enjoy your own satisfaction.
Okay.
It's a very petty outlook, and I dig it. I like it.
As a child of divorce, I'm sure both of my parents would understand too. All right, we'll do a couple more here. We got Benjamin.
Yeah, baby, yeah! Woo! Can't believe we got that. Oh my gosh. You said this was recorded back in 67, Grandpa?
Okay. All right. We're doing a contest here, man.
I mean, hey, up until the Leafs chirp, I think he did really capture that, like, that euphoric feeling.
Okay, we'll do one more.
One more?
We've got the lovely Lynn here.
How does it feel to watch your team win a championship? Feels like you've been holding your breath forever, and you're in total disbelief, and you have to pinch yourself to make sure you're not dreaming.
That is true, because when you picture what it'll be like when your team wins a championship, and you think it'll be jumping up and down and throwing drinks around and all that stuff, but especially if your team has not won. This isn't even just a Leafs chirp. If your team hasn't won in a long time, when the score clock goes to zeros, when the game is over, when you've officially seen your team win, like, there is almost that moment of like, did this really happen? Is it okay if I celebrate? Is it too soon?
Closest I've got to that was the Leafs beating Tampa and going on to the second round of the playoffs a few years ago. That's the closest feeling I've had to that.
We all celebrate different milestones, brother.
All right. Round of applause to all of our winners for letting me know how it feels.
Honestly, they were nicer to you than I expected.
I'm thinking Chris.
Is Chris the one of getting some for the first time?
Yeah. I kind of love that analogy.
I do think it's between that and the second divorce thing with, I think it was Kylie, but I do think Chris's is a little bit more accurate.
I've never thought about it. Here I am in grade 10 again. asking other people, what's it like, dude?
Tell me what it's like.
Is it really like warm apple pie?
Is it as cool as everyone says it is?
All right, we'll give it to Chris. Ding. Round of applause.
Yeah!
Thank you for letting me know how it feels.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Yesterday, Taylor Hall had his day with the Stanley Cup, and I actually saw our good friend Alan Atmansky, good friend of the show, was hanging out with him.
We got a weasel into the cup, old Atmansky did. Good for him.
Yeah. They were out in Gravenhurst. I guess Taylor Hall considers it his second home. That's where he has a cottage there.
Yeah, what? Not Edmonton, eh? You know, you'd think that guy would have just fallen in love with that place.
I do know that Mitch Marner has like a cottage out there.
Oh.
Do you wonder if they like took the boat by his house with the Stanley Cup?
Holding it up from the... Hey! Mitch!
I sent a message to Alan, but I assumed he was partying yesterday. I wanted to know.
Honestly.
I was like, was there anything weird that Taylor Hall did with the Stanley Cup?
Any shenanigans?
Because you see it all the time. I forget who it was. They were out like just in Kawartha Lakes, and they actually like went to Kawartha Dairy and put like ice cream in the Stanley Cup.
Which I saw that, and like my first response was like, what a cool moment for like the dairy, great Canadian company, all that stuff. My second thought, that cup has been through way too much to eat food out of it. Even when you see like teams drink beer out of the cup and stuff like that, there's always a part of me on the inside that's like, we know where that's been.
I know, I've seen videos. Phil Pritchard cleans the hell out of that thing.
Some things cannot be scrubbed.
I've seen people do crazy stuff like baptizing their kids in there.
Yeah.
Someone did a big margarita. Someone a few years ago did like a big Caesar too.
Yeah. Lots of cereal. You see a lot of cereal bowl usage out of there.
Yeah.
Kids, my kids will eat it out of the cup.
It's funny you say like all the stuff that's been done to the cup. I actually did a Google here on the weirdest things that has like happened to the Stanley Cup after someone's won the cup.
Oh, so all the reasons I said you should never eat food out of it.
You might be onto something. In 1962, the Toronto Maple Leafs actually used it as firewood by mistake.
What, like chucked the cup into the fire?
Yeah, and well, that's when it was so much smaller. I don't know how they mistaked it, but like someone threw it into the fire.
I know how someone mistook it. you had a drunk hockey team in the 1960s with open fire.
Apparently they had to pay a lot of money to like fix it up there.
Man.
Mark Messier, I mean, you want to talk about things being in the cup that you'd want to clean. He took it to an Edmonton strip club after one of the Oilers 80s runs there.
Oh my God.
And there's apparently photos of like strippers actually sitting inside the Stanley Cup. Some of them dented it. So what the Oilers did was they took it to an auto body shop the next morning.
You have to assume the auto body shop would still have a picture up on the wall of their fine work.
The New York Rangers peed on the Stanley Cup to put it out of fire.
Why? Was there no water or anything around?
So in 1940-41, it says the New York Rangers, basically them winning the Stanley Cup, helped the club pay off the mortgage on Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
So to celebrate, for some reason, the owners took the mortgage papers and set them on fire inside the cup.
Not inside the cup, but yeah, burning your mortgage payment when you pay it off is a pretty classic tradition. Setting a big enough fire to light a trophy on fire is crazy.
So I guess like the fellas, they just grabbed their hoses and acted as firemen there.
New York's bravest.
Yeah. And then, one of your favorite hockey players, Chris Draper, when he won with the Detroit Red Wings.
What'd he do?
He put his daughter inside the Stanley Cup to take a photo.
Yeah.
And she took a huge deuce.
That's
inside
right.
Of it.
I remember that. And that's why you shouldn't eat ice cream from the Stanley Cup.
So something to think about when you see all the fellas drinking at the end of next year. There's been feces, there's been pee, there's been strippers inside of there.
Everything. If you've drank out of the cup, you don't have to worry about the next pandemic. You're good.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
I don't know how we haven't talked about this week, but at the Professional Women's Baseball League, which just started up last weekend.
Yeah, it looks like good ball.
There has been dubbed the worst national anthem of all time.
Oh, I didn't see
Have you not seen this?
No, I didn't see any anthems.
Oh my God. Okay, so there's this lady, Martha Reeves. She's from the Motown group Martha and the Vandellas.
Oh, sure. I remember that name.
She's like in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah. She didn't get in there for her anthem rendition, I take it?
Oh my God, get your ears ready for this.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light?
What is happening?
Was so proud.
It only gets better.
We hailed at the twilight's last gleaming.
She sounds like she's in distress.
She's got background singers. They must have not practiced. I don't know.
They sound fine.
The best is it's showing like the umpire behind her, like just clenching jaws so hard,
trying to hold it together. Oh.
The bombs bursting in air, getting through the night.
Oh man.
The backup singers just come back in perfectly.
I respect all the players too standing there still saluting.
Right?
They're like little kids in class trying not to laugh. Just gonna take it home here.
Here we go. Finish strong, Martha. Get there.
Or the land of the free and the home of the brave.
So there's actually a part of this that's really impressive because I didn't know that the human voice could do this. You know what she sounds like? You ever play a record on an unbalanced turntable and it's got that kind of wobble to it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that you could just do that for a whole song.
Somebody just texted in saying she sounds like Mickey Mouse. Kind of.
The land.
Oh, no.
And the home.
She totally sounds like Mickey Mouse. Now, here's the thing. She obviously has defended herself. She said that it was very wet day, windy field conditions.
Okay.
And the lack of stage monitors made it difficult for her to hear herself during the performance.
So, I mean, I get you hear from musicians all the time that, like, if you don't have the right monitors and stuff like that, it can be tough to stay on pitch.
She's also 85 years old, by the way.
I think that's the only excuse that she needs. I think all she had to do was be like, listen, I'm an 85-year-old woman. I've been doing this my whole life. At some point, I can't do it anymore. They asked me to come up, and how do I say no? But saying, like, we didn't have monitors, then why were you able to stay on the wrong pitch so consistently?
And the
Oh, boy.
You know what's crazy, though, is about doing the anthem is, I mean, you look at Martha Reeves, Fergie, Roseanne, all these people, the guy that tripped on the ice skating around or whatever.
Oh, the Vancouver guy.
If you do the anthem good, nobody cares.
No, that's how it's expected to be. It's like when they say you only know a referee's name if he's doing a bad job.
Yeah.
We've never once sat here and been like, yo, did you guys see the anthem at the football game? It was so good. It's only if it's bad it gets memorized.
So something to think about while you're at work today. If you feel like you haven't been getting the credit you deserve, maybe it's just because you don't suck at your job, you know?
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby podcast.